Awesome. So if you are watching at home, thank you so much for tuning in this evening, this day, whatever it may be when you're watching this. My name is Becca Rutenberg. I'm here with Twisted Growers, LLC. We are doing a community outreach meeting for a proposed cultivation and product manufacturing facility in Lakeville. We are hosting this as part of the Cannabis Control Commission's administrative order relative to community outreach meetings. So folks, who are here are able to submit questions in using the Q&A feature at the bottom of their screen. Annie, our neutral moderator, will be taking questions, making sure that we don't miss any, leave any out. We also have Rebecca, who's on the team, who will be closed captioning this. And if you're interested in getting a transcript after the meeting, just let us know and we'll feel free to send one right on over. This meeting will be sent both to the town of Lakeville as well to local public access TV so that you can watch it. And anyone who's interested in getting a copy can just shoot an email over to the address in the notice requirement, and we're happy to send one. So with that, I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen. Hold on just a moment. So as I mentioned before, and while I load this up, so Twisted Growers is a marijuana establishment seeking to cultivate and manufacture high quality, independently tested adult use marijuana and marijuana products. So essentially that means growing marijuana, right? Just like a seed in the ground within an enclosed facility. And then through various processes, making it into marijuana products. So you might have products that are turned into vaporizers, edibles, different types of concentrates. And that's what they'll be doing within this facility. Let's see if I can get it to turn. So when we're talking about the marijuana establishment application process, it's a rather lengthy process with the Cannabis Control Commission. All applicants are required to submit a complete application to the Cannabis Control Commission, demonstrating that they have full understanding of what it takes to run a successful and compliant business. So things like compliance with regulations relative to security, regulations relative to the lawful growing and processing of marijuana, demonstration that they have the capacity to actually run a successful and compliant business in terms of just general business practices, submitting a business plan, a timeline, demonstration of certificates of good standing with the Department of Revenue and elsewhere. So we will, as part of that, we're hosting this community outreach meeting. We are required to submit an application within 6 months of this meeting to the commission. They will review it and make sure it is up to snuff, if you will, and that everything that we are representing in our application is in full compliance with the Cannabis Control Commission's regulations. They'll grant and deny a license within 90 days after checking the applicant's suitability via background checks, fingerprinting, and then allow the applicant to submit architectural plans to demonstrate that their floor plans and security overlays are in full compliance with what any inspector would deem as appropriate to ensure product safety, product integrity, and just the general security of the overall community. So when we're talking about this particular facility, we're proposing to renovate the existing facility at 415 Millennium Circle. It's located within the industrial district, which allows such a use by special permit. Twisted Growers has already obtained a special permit for cultivation at this site and will be seeking one for product manufacturing as well. In compliance with the state regulations, there is not a school within 500 feet, which means that Twisted Growers is in full compliance with any buffers from sensitive uses in the community. So the products that are manufactured and grown at this facility are the highest quality of marijuana due to the stringent requirements set forth by the Cannabis Control Commission. All of the products will be tested by a licensed independent testing laboratory off-site for cannabinoid content and any potential contaminants, whether they're biological, chemical, typically mold, rot, pesticides, whatever it may be, are tested during that time. We also test the environmental media, so the soils, the solid growing media, water for contaminants. All products, just like in any kind of manufacturing or retail facility, all products will be prepared, handled, and stored in accordance with the sanitation requirements set forth by the state. And everything will be packaged and labeled prior to leaving the facility in strict compliance with the Commission's regulations. As a marijuana establishment, Twisted Growers is required to put in stringent security protocol in place to ensure internal and external security of the facility. They will have a professional security and alarm company that will design, implement, and monitor their security plan to ensure that it's safe and secure, not only for employees, but also the local community. The security system will have perimeter window alarms, panic and hold-up alarms, and will all be connected to local law enforcement to ensure that in the event that there's a security threat, everybody is in the loop. In the instance that there's a system failure, Twisted Growers executive management team will be notified immediately based on the failure notification system. And obviously, because everything is looped into local PD, the municipality will already know. There's a redundant alarm system in place in case the power goes out or there's some other disruption of the existing alarm. So even if the power goes out, something happens, their alarm system will be online. And everything will be covered via video, interior and exterior HD surveillance of anywhere that possibly could contain marijuana at any given time, including entrances, exits, loading docks, parking lots, any place where people will be traversing the facility and gaining access in or out. And again, just like the alarm system, those surveillance cameras will remain operational even in the event of a power outage. We'll make sure that the exterior of the facility is sufficiently lit and foliage will be clear to ensure that the area is visible at all times. And because it's a cultivation and product manufacturing facility, we would not expect members of the public kind of walking up to the facility, trying to get in. It really is a secured access location. So only registered agents and authorized lawful visitors, so we're talking contractors, vendors, law enforcement certainly, will be authorized to access the facility. And anytime someone comes in that is not an agent, they'll be required to sign in a visitor log and have an ID badge just to demonstrate that they're on the premises and we have access control of where they are at any given time. Certainly like anywhere else in the Commonwealth, on-site consumption of marijuana will be prohibited. Due to security cameras around the premises, it is highly unlikely that that would be happening, and kind of an atypical use of the parking lot anyway. And security personnel will be on site at all times during business hours, just logging people in and out, monitoring security cameras, and addressing any concerns that may arise. Because of the type of facility this is, it's largely an industrial facility, we wouldn't expect for it to have any major types of nuisance within the community. So no marijuana or marijuana products will be sold on the proposed site, so you would not expect any types of queuing, excessive traffic, the use of customers or unruly folks on the site. All litter and waste will be properly disposed of inside to minimize the development of odor and the potential for attracting pests via grinders, and then transported to DEP and other kind of authorized trash areas. There will be no overt advertising or marketing practices using vehicles, public transportation, no excessive signage. Really, it's intended to be a nuanced facility that looks like any other industrial facility when you're driving by. So Twisted Growers has executed a host community agreement with the town of Lakeville already that kind of sets forth the conditions or the agreement for the siting of the marijuana establishment. It includes a community impact fee in which a percentage of gross sales that are sold by Twisted Growers based on the product in the site will be remitted back to the community for uses that are kind of relevant to the siting of a marijuana establishment in the town. For instance, any public safety or infrastructure costs. And these are renegotiated every 5 years. Certainly a facility like this one has immense benefits to the town of Lakeville. I would say, above all else, right, jobs. A facility like this adds 25 to 35 full-time jobs, and we'll make every best effort to hire local. And we're not just talking about entry-level jobs, we're talking about careers and kind of all facets of the business, right, from entry-level all the way up to managerial staff. Not just, agricultural jobs, but also in many instances, culinary jobs, chemistry jobs, storage, inventory, security, management, that type of thing. Certainly via the host community agreement that Twisted Growers will sign with the town of, or has signed with the town of Lakeville, significant monetary payments will be remitted to the town annually to address any kind of impacts on the community and support local programs. Certainly it is always helpful to have tested quality products on the market to ensure that the illegal market kind of continues to ramp down, as we've seen in Massachusetts. And certainly, with an impressive, executive team, as well as robust security plans, this type of facility is one that the town and its residents can count on to operate in a responsible manner. So in addition to control and responsibility, just general trust is what I would say. So we are kind of in the beginning phases, and there'll be multiple other opportunities for folks to weigh in. At the commission level, Twisted Growers must still obtain a provisional license, submit architectural plans, build out their location, pass several inspections, and obtain a final license prior to selling their product wholesale to other marijuana establishments. Great. And so we are moving into the question and answer period. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Annie, based on what you see, is there anyone who submitted a question or answer?
We do not have any questions submitted at this time.
Perfect. Great. Well, with that, we're going to, seeing that there's not too many folks joining, we appreciate everyone for watching at home today. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to reach out via the email in the notice materials. Thanks, everyone.